Disclaimer, the audio in this episode is really awful. Sorry about that. We have been having trouble getting the remote recording to work out, but I think after this episode, it will all be set. Thank you.
All right, let's go.
It seems today that all you see
Is
violence,
yeah.
movies, and sex on TV. Hey, Peter, remember the time when we didn't record an episode for 2 months?
Oh yes. Oh wait,
I was Lois.
sorry. Oh, you were Lois. I thought you were Peter.
Hey, Peter, remember the time when we did the funniest intro we've ever done?
Yeah. That's what he sounds.
You sound-
Is that what he sounds like?
you made Peter sound like a evil villain. Yes. You made him sound like Dr. Eggman from Sonic.
I'm flooding it! I'm going to tunnel to the main Mobius Reservoir!
I never watched Family Guy.
Sonic!
I was
All right.
I was a Simpsons kid, not a Family Guy kid.
I'm a Simpsons kid too. I just think Family Guy is funnier to reference.
If anything, I'm less gay than I used to be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right, folks. Boom. Here we are. Boy, it's been a couple months, so sorry about that, but we had some trouble. Matt's still up in Massachusetts, and we were just trying to work that shit out. We apologize for the delay in the programming schedule.
Yes, I would like to apologize. I live in company housing, which means bad internet.
Dude, you were using so I'm not gonna talk about this too much, but we were trying to record remotely with some different applications, and the audio is just coming out all fucked up, and it's because and then Matt randomly offhand was like, "Oh, I am using Wi-Fi that's not even in the same building as me," and I was like, "Well, you know," it's like that might be the.
Well, it's because the Wi-Fi in my house is so bad and there's so many people on it. I was like, well, why don't I just use the building next door? And no, yeah, the answer is no.
The answer is no. Actually, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. The future is now, because here we are, back again. Back again. This is weird. I haven't we haven't done a little recording in a while. I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm ready to go.
All right. Subject of the episode. Subject of the episode: world records. Generally speaking, like.
Wait, generally speaking, not the.
Yeah. I'd rather you not say it.
Okay, I don't have to say it unless you want to say it together.
So we thought it'd be funny to talk about what record could you break if you tried. I think we could definitely break a record for funniest podcast intro ever with that Family Guy bit, because that was fantastic. On my I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back there for that, because I just knocked that out of the park. I think so.
I will applaud for you, because I was not aware or informed or successful at that intro bit.
You were unsuccessful. Okay, well,
truly was, yeah.
Truly was. The thing that spawned this idea was I was thinking about. Let me take you way back. Play the flashback sound effect here. You know, or you could just do it, Matt, if you want, like with your mouth.
I got it.
Okay.
How's that?
That was all right. I was kind of I was thinking for more like a like one of these. You know, like that kind of.
Okay, yeah. I think I was kind of close though.
All right, so I'm taking you back. The idea of this episode came from
The Scholastic Book Fair.
Imagine you walk into the book fair and you smell pencil erasers and new book smell fill the air, because they had what's up with like them selling all sorts of crazy wacky erasers at the book fair.
Yeah, it's like when you walk by the Cinnabon place in the mall, like the Cinnabon
eraser smell. That's the movie that David Lynch made.
Because like you don't even need to know what a Cinnabon tastes like. It tastes largely like it smells. So
The same is not true for erasers.
sadly, no.
Have they ever made flavored children's erasers?
Actually, no, they haven't, but that is a great idea. You are so smart, Ian.
They need to
Ian, I
work
think
on
that's
it.
a $1 million idea.
I think it's $1 billion idea.
Let's get on that. I mean, honestly, you can erase the answers. Honestly, did you ever cheat in school?
Dude, oh my God, yes, like constantly. I mean, I was like really smart, but when I just didn't want to bother, I would just cheat all the time.
I was going to say, I was not the biggest cheater in school, but I did really like to fuck around with the little like erasers, not on the ends of the pencils, but when you could get like the individual eraser rhombuses, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, the eraser that you put on top of the eraser attachment.
No, I'm talking about like that weird rhombus looking thing. It was just like a square.
You mean just like
Just
you mean just like an eraser, and it's
Yes.
a separate eraser.
Yes, I would make little drawings on it. I would just stab it aggressively with my pencil. If I did cheat, I would sometimes write little like notes on it in like super small
That you could
handwriting.
terribly like not read later.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Or like I would be able to read it and then I would erase one thing on my test and then I wouldn't be able to read all the other answers that I'd put down because I would foolishly erase on the side that I had written on.
That's great.
Yeah, no, it really was. But so you're totally right. That's what draws you into the Scholastic Book Fair. That and because you get to like skip class.
Dude, you get to skip class to go buy books. Like that's the fucking best shit ever. We need to have like I literally saw like a like some tweet that was like we need to have a Scholastic Book Fair for adults. And part of me just thinks that might just be like us chasing the high we got as a kid because God, it was ecstatic. It was amazing.
Well, now it's corporate summer reads and things like that. Corporate book of the month. It's like, hey, we can all be unified.
It's not a book fair though. Like, what if they had a book fair of where you could go and they had like hors d'oeuvres and food set up with like a liquor bar and just a bunch of books that you could buy that were like from like the best sellers or whatever for the year. You know,
I'd be down.
it'd be fucking awesome. Are you kidding me? I would totally spend like $50 just to get in there. That'd be amazing. Come in a tux with a bow tie and those little penguin flaps at the back.
We need to bring those back. Honestly, I don't think they. Not only that, I don't think they ever went low enough. Like, I need them scraping the floor.
What does? What? What?
Those little penguin flaps at the back, like that's. You're talking
You
like
want 'em filthy, covered in dirt and shit. And
I want it like a split cape.
okay, all right, interesting idea. Let me email Mason Margella real quick.
You've got mail.
Oh, okay, bet. I'm gonna hit up Rick Owens. He does like the big, kind of disgusting suits type thing.
Then they go.
Not a Rick Owens fan.
David Byrne. So the Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes.
And what was I saying, man? Why was I saying we were not in perfect form? We have already not talked about anything in relation to the episode.
But we're getting there. This is just the preamble.
The preamble. That's a nice way to put it. I like that. It's the preamble.
Thank you.
Makes it sound a little nicer than incoherent ramblings, but the Scholastic Book Fair. So you go in, you smell the pencil erasers. You see all the other kids jumping around. Ha! You see the the markers that smell like fruit and shit. And then you see it. The Guinness Book of World Records. It's gold. It's shimmering. For the Guinness Book of World Records for 2005.
Sometimes it's like lime green or like purple.
It's like a different color every year, but it's always like that shimmery color. And it catches
like
your eye.
sparkly.
Because it's big. And you open it up and you see... You open it up, you turn to a random page, you flip the page, you land, and there's like a dude, popping his eyeballs out with, or something like, and you just fall in love with that book in that moment.
It's got a centerfold with like a bug that says actual.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Different school district I went to.
The most naked woman in the world.
The most extra naked. Took off her skin too.
That's what I was about to say, but I didn't.
That's what you're about to say. You didn't want to go there? Well, I went there. Nice. So Yeah.
But yeah,
oh yeah, your little elbow tendon snapping under the weight of this giant Guinness Book of World Records. that if you could afford, you would come back and be the coolest kid in the class.
The baddest motherfucker in the whole class.
Everybody would be like, it'd be like a bar in Ireland where it's just like dudes on top of each other's shoulders waiting on that next, just everyone like peering over each other, like piggyback riding on each other so they could look over the other tallest kid crowded around your desk just for a glimpse of that Guinness Book of World Records book.
A glimpse. So I wanted to talk about some world records. And what world records we think would be feasible for us to actually break. Yeah, that's the preamble. Preamble done. Great. Congratulations to me for that. So
you're well. Thank you, and you're welcome.
Hey, thank you. You're welcome. I'm sorry. I love you.
I'm here too.
I'm here too.
What world record could you break? Let's be real, Ian. What are your skills? What is something you could break?
Oh, there's lots of things I could break. A world record I could break. A little different.
Oh yeah. No. Like for real though. Like if you could break. No. Okay. Fuck that. Let's not even go there. If you could set a new world record, what would you set?
Okay. So, you know what I want to establish an opinion of mine first before I talk about this. I have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have an opinion about world records. I don't like it when someone has a world record for something comically specific, and then it's like pointless. Like most donuts eaten on a Wednesday or whatever, shit like that, like those weirdly, like who else is really in the running to give you some competition for that? Like bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't buy it.
Okay.
I would like to hear your thoughts.
I mean, I buy it. Yeah, I totally buy it. If you are going to go out of your way to be, written down in the annals of history, that you want, people, go out of their way and really dedicate their lives towards inventing something or making a great piece of art. Isn't that the term? I don't know.
In the annals of history?
Anal. Anyways. If you want to scratch your name onto the anal, it is annals. If you want to scratch your name in the anal cavity of history,
there it is.
You could honestly invent something, do something really important, or you could do like most donuts eaten on a Wednesday. You could do some bullshit like that. And you know what? More power to that person.
You're saying if you're in the book, it does. It's they're all the same, no matter what.
I mean, not like they have equal weight, but like some records are more important than others. Okay. It's just a fact.
It's like, it's like Animal Farm.
Yeah.
All records are equal, but some are more equal than others.
That is a hill I would definitely die on, because Joey Chestnut, that's a name. Not only that's like a memorable name.
I don't want to hear that.
Not only a memorable name. It's not only a memorable name, but that dude eats the most hot dogs year after year. He just crushes the competition. You know what I'm saying? So like, give him a world record. Yes, he deserves one. But if Joey Chestnut had the world record for like furthest clipped toenail flicked, I would not be mentioning him right now, Like, so I'm just like, if you want to go out of your way to establish a world record that's something so niche and so specific that you're just like, yes, I did it. My mark on the earth. I was here. Cool.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you've changed my mind. As far as records that I could break, what if I had, what about longest amount of time spent watching a movie or something? Longest movie watching. How many movies in a row could I watch?
Okay. So, but you can't like piss or shit. You can't eat. You can't sleep. Like, you just got to go.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Nah, that's ridiculous. You definitely, okay. I'm imagining for you, Ian, you just cut a hole in your couch.
No,
and
no, I know. I'm gonna be all hooked up, dude. I'm gonna have a feeding tube, just spraying oatmeal down into my gullet.
There we go.
And there's gonna just be a hole, just a hole in the couch, and then it drilled a hole in the bottom of my house. So I'm just pooping into a massive pit that's forming beneath my house, and of course I'm just soiling myself with urine the whole time.
You could have a catheter. You already got the feeding tube. Why not have a catheter? You don't wait. You're gonna go out of your way. You're gonna drill below the floorboard of your house, below the basement even, and create like a shit silo. I don't even know. Like you're creating like a shit cemetery. But yes, you have to pee on your pants. Like you can have a whole feeding tube, have a whole recliner poop setup. That your house is the porta potty at that point. Your whole house is
saying I think it would be funnier if I had to soil myself with urine.
Okay, someone's then just going to come along and break your record and be like, but I did it without peeing on myself.
Well, until that man comes, I will be a king. So the most movies seen in a year is, guess how many?
How many?
Guess.
Oh shit, sorry. Like 2,000.
Good. It's less than that by
okay, 1,000?
A little bit above.
1,200.
It's 1,132. And it was made by it was this woman in San Juan, Puerto Rico. In 2010. Maggie watched most of the films with her small dog, Morgana, the Boston Terrier. The first film she watched at the start of the year was Bell, Book, and Candle. And the last film she watched was the Little Fockers. That's so
okay.
I love that. That's amazing.
That's a pretty good record. So you're saying you could beat that?
What is 365 divided by 1132? Let's see. Let's do a little math here really quick. Math music. So yeah, that's 3.1 movies a day for a year. Dude, I could fucking beat that. Come on. If I devoted a year, if I was just straight up like if I was older, and I just had less to do, and I had a feeding tube and a urine-soaked pair of pants, I could totally top that, dude. 3 in a day for a year? Come on. As long as you're not watching, like the Lord of the Rings extended edition 4 times a day, that's like, what, 8 hours of the day for 4 movies? Sometimes less than that if they're shorter. I can make it work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm looking up records right now that I think I could beat. So many of these are like group efforts, though.
Well, what do you think about world records that are just like physical traits? You know what I mean? Like where someone has like a disorder, and they have like the longest. Like this guy has like the stretchiest
skin. Yeah, I was just about to say. Yeah, like again, anal cavity of history. Like cool. Yeah, he's in some fold, That's like cool. I guess stretchy skin exposure. Like what? I don't know what to say to that, but good for him. Okay, farthest squirting milk from eye.
Okay, all right.
I can't even do that.
Yes, you can.
Let alone do it the farthest.
You just don't know that you can.
You know what?
You gotta look at it.
Right.
You gotta look at this like Naruto rules. You know what I mean? Like you just have to train. You just have to train, and you'll unlock your power. You know what I mean?
Facts. Okay.
Your milk squirting power.
See, okay, this is a bullshit one. Most people dancing Michael Jackson's Thriller. First of all, first point to point out here, okay?
I thought you said there weren't any bullshit records. You just countered that point entirely by me.
No, I'm saying I don't think there's okay. There's no bullshit records. There are bad metrics by which to measure a record.
Okay.
Most people dancing Michael Jackson's Thriller. First of all, and this isn't like a me like cancel Michael Jackson. I think everybody's very well aware, and we've already talked this to death in another episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We did a sweet thing with Morse code to communicate our feelings. Everyone knows who made Thriller. So, the Guinness World Record of
Bruno
most
Mars. Bruno Mars.
Yes.
Thriller. I love Bruno Mars, but he just sings so loud.
Not gonna play up on that comment. I know what you're referencing there.
That's from the Conor O'Malley video where he's going around during the Trump inauguration asking everyone crazy, like trying to.
Yes. Anyways, the Guinness World Record of most people dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller is 13,597.
I thought you were going to say 13 people. This would be like, excuse me?
Like, there's definitely more in the video. No, yeah.
It's kind of a shitty record, though. Like, okay, were they all in one location?
Yes. Okay. This was in Mexico City on August 29th, 2009.
Damn, Mexico, South America in general has got some records. They have both most people dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller and most movies watched in a year. That's good job, South America.
Yeah, good job for them. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead out on a limb here and say that while some records are more impressive than others, that's just some stat compiling bullshit. Okay? Like most movies watched in a year, you immediately jumped on that and you're like, I could outdo that. And also, is that a skill? Is that a talent? That's just having a lot of free times on your hand. That's stat compiling. That's nothing. Most people dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller successfully. Hold on. Dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller successfully, doing the actual Thriller dance, or just dancing while that song is playing. What is the metrics here? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's bullshit.
You telling me it has to be good? Like, that's part of the record is that they have to dance well?
No, they have to. I mean, okay, most people dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller, they're just dancing to Thriller. What about you could
pull up the video. How do you know?
You could play any song and get a group of people together. You could get any.
Listen, I agree. It is bullshit. It's a stupid ass fucking bullshit record.
Most people doing the Thriller choreography. That's a real record. If you got 13,600 people doing the Thriller dance,
but is that not what they did?
Successfully?
Is that not what they did? Why don't you watch? There's got to be a video. I'm sure that's what happens in the video.
I will look it up right now, and I swear they all better be fucking uniform. They better be like militarist, like just like perfect.
North Korea drill.
Yes,
shit. But with Michael Jackson's Thriller.
There's an ad.
Great, that's incredible.
Okay, and of course, the only representation CBS News here has is for the world record broken. Okay, I guess a year later in Wisconsin.
Wait, what?
And then the first comment is never like in Mexico.
What?
Okay.
Wait, what?
All right, hold on.
I don't understand.
I gotta be specific. So I googled it. I googled it. Most people dancing to Thriller world record. All right, and CBS News reported on a Wisconsin world record breaking.
So they broke the record.
Well, this guy in the comments says no, Mexico did it a year earlier. Let me just.
You're saying there's a lot of discourse about this. There's a lot of.
Okay, here we go. I got the video here.
Okay.
This is Mexico City. Wow. No, they're actually. Damn, I stand corrected. Wow, that is literally 13,000 people, like getting this choreography like 90% right.
That's exactly what I thought when I heard you say that. And when you were like, no, man, it's just a bunch of fucking old people kind of wiggling to it. I was like, no, it's.
But you can see why I would think that. You could totally see why I would just.
Mean? Why would I see that when exactly what I assumed was happening?
Wait, what? How would I clarify? Why? Hold on. I want to point out what you just said. Why would I think your clarification is important when my assumption was already correct before I knew that my assumption would be correct?
Exactly.
Is that how you base your life? You just walk around assuming things, and you're like, yeah, I'll just wait for someone to prove me wrong. I'm not going to look into this shit. Definitely. And if they don't prove me wrong, then they're a fucking idiot for even thinking of that.
See, I like to walk around thinking I'm smarter than like most people. So yes, yeah, definitely, that's what I do.
I am envious of that trait.
No, you're not. You do the same thing. You just did it now. What are you talking about?
I'm not.
You just assumed something and then whatever. It's fine.
I need so much clarification on things in life, Ian. I walk around with crippling stupidity constantly in ignorance. I'm like,
I don't know anything. I'm so dumb.
That's fine.
I need it spelled out for me. How many was the dance successful?
What's the okay? So you're saying you think you could break that record?
No, not at all.
No, we could, dude. We could. Okay, so check this out. Is a stipulation of the record that it has to be in the same location? Because
hold on, I can break this world record.
What if we had a 50,000 person Zoom call around the world of everyone in their living room, and then we would all have a world record?
Yeah, we could do. Wait, no, that would just crash Zoom. I don't care how important Zoom has been to people during the pandemic. That 50,000 people in one Zoom call. Yeah. Could you imagine hitting like that launch meeting button would just pop off the screen, like it would just break. Most tattooed senior citizen, I can top this. Most tattooed senior citizen, I will top that, but I'll take it a step further. Most tattooed corpse.
Okay, all right.
So I will die, but I will die very. Okay, so wait, I need a lot of.
Okay, no. I need
a lot of people. I need a lot of people to be around when I die, right? And I need to be whisked away. Okay, ask.
So you're saying you want to be the most tattooed corpse, but not the most tattooed old person. So you're gonna get tattooed as a corpse or as an old person?
No, as a corpse. Like I need to be
as an old person, and then kill yourself, and then you can catch the dub and grab 2 records. What's the difference?
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point you make there. But then, no, because I don't have any tattoos right now, man. I'm too indecisive. I can't make up my mind. No. I think that I'm just gonna die, and then I just need to be whisked away to a tattoo shop. They don't even have to do a good job. They can just like dump all the ink on me, and then just like they could like, this is true. When I was a kid, I used to think cremation. I didn't know how cremation worked.
They turn you into a cream.
But my only idea of cremation was from Star Wars, where they burn Darth Vader in Episode 6.
Like a pyre?
Yeah. So I thought that.
I mean, it's pretty close.
And when I learned that my great grandmother, when she was going to be cremated,
that they burned her alive.
I thought that I was going to see my dear great grandmother on like a spigot, like on a spit roast.
They don't. Okay.
Okay. Over a great big fire.
They don't do that in the Star Wars. They don't put them on a stick. What? Anyways, go on.
This is what my like 9-10-year-old mind was imagining going up to West Virginia.
You're telling me they'd have a pipe in your grandma's like mouth coming out of like her ass, or she's tied to it, and they're just rotating her like a turkey or a.
Bro, my dad was so mad at me that I thought that's what was going to happen, but I was like, I
think your dad was pissed off that you were so stupid. I like that. That's great.
Do you see now? Is it making sense now?
It's all coming together now.
So I could be the most tattooed corpse for sure, and they could just dump the ink on me, and then just
what did that tangent have to do with anything?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of like came to my mind. I guess that's a world record I could break. That's definitely one I could break.
What?
Let's look at some other ones. Let's look at some athletic ones.
No, I've got. Let's look at an artistic one.
Okay.
The most music ever made. The most music ever made by a.
I think Lil B. I think Lil B's got that one.
I'ma go to Starbucks in the morning for some coffee. If it ain't a girl there, I won't buy no damn coffee.
I don't think so. I think there's a man who has ascended even further beyond.
Has ascended the base god?
Dude, I mean like someone that is on another plane of music.
In another dimension from Lil B.
Yeah, literally. I'm talking about. I'd have to beat the man, Viper.
Viper, the rapper.
Oh my God.
Now you know about Viper.
Yes, I know all about Viper.
Okay. Well, most people don't, which is definitely for the best. But the short story is that Viper is this guy, and I think he's like, he's been rapping. He's a rapper. What he has been doing, which he has been doing for, God, almost like 25 years now. He's been rapping for a really long time. His name is Lee Arthur Carter. And, yeah, comparisons drawn to rapper Lil B. He has made so much fucking music, dude. He has made such an absurd amount of fucking music. I think he's also like a, he's also a, oh my God, dude, I'm reading his Wikipedia article, and I'm learning new shit. I think he has like a moving company or something that's like definitely a front to like scam people. He's a very shady character, this Viper. But here, let me read the personal life tab on Wikipedia real quick. He has 4 children. Oh, I had no idea. He had a child born in 2020. Oh my God.
Year of our Lord.
Dude. He claims to believe he is the second Christ and refers to himself as Black Jesus.
Listen, in the year of our Lord 2020, if the second coming of Christ, Viper the rapper, has a child, that child is going to be the second coming of Christ.
The third coming.
The third. Okay. Christ the Third, starring Mike Myers.
Okay. So
Eddie Murphy.
As of July 17th, 2020, Viper has released over, take a guess, how many albums?
If he's got to be topping Lil B, dude, he's got to have like 200 or 300.
1,927 albums.
Oh.
And that's a 2-year-old list. Over almost, we'll put it at a clean 2,000 because that's a nice roundup from 1,000.
Oh my God.
My man has made 2,000 albums. And the thing is, most of the songs are the same shit. They're the same verses or the same beats. And he has them all in a fucking bucket. He has them all in a bucket like Legos, and he puts them together and builds a little house, and that's like his album. And then he takes all the pieces apart and builds a fucking different house. It still looks like shit, but it has some of the same parts, and it's another album. This man has perfected music release on a mass level. His most famous album is definitely You'll Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack. That is you will cowards don't even smoke crack, like you'll. And he's got some albums that are just incredible. If you go on his YouTube, you can find like all of his fucking new songs, which are like troll songs that I think he outsources everything about his music now. He like fucking I think he just has like a green screen and then just lets his fans make music for him. Here, let me read some of these tracks. Names. This one is him dancing in front of a Sonic background, like a Sonic level, and it says, "What the fuck did they do to the Ice Cap Zone music?" So that's a song. He has a song called Radiohead Live at the Beach House 1993. He has a song called Runnin' Up That Hill, Crack Dealin' Wit God. I could do this all day, dude. We could literally talk about Viper for so long. There's so much more, dude. He's like really shady too. He's like debatably been caught trying to talk to underage girls a couple times. So I feel bad kind of parading him. You know, I don't want you to actually like buy anything of his or watch his videos. Just kind of observe him from like that safe distance where you're not actually monetarily supporting him. You know what I mean? but the man is, to say the least, a mythic figure.
I mean, he is by definition prolific. Prolific does not. I think the adjective prolific is like always like heralded, like, oh, they were a prolific artist. This is like a bad example of prolific.
Yeah, dude. I mean, no, I said he's a mythic figure, not a prolific one.
Well, I'm talking about his output. A Million Vipers, but only one Viper. That's an album.
Dude,
Yo, Wife Chose Me.
There's Cops.
Cops Can't Read 3.
There's 6 Cops Can't Read albums, for the record. I know about that. He has a song called Full Court Hoopin' in Heaven with Saddam, Al-Qaeda, Osama, and ISIS. That's a good one. The man is just insane. Like, he has this weird thing where he wears body harnesses. He wears body harnesses.
What?
Like body compressors, presumably for his health. But he wears like women's body harnesses that are for women that are way smaller than him, and so they're like terribly tight. And I know this sounds fucking insane because it is, but he wears these harnesses, and he's been like moving up the list where he's wearing smaller and smaller and tighter body harnesses for God knows what reason, and he calls them the harness of death, and so he shortens that to THOD. And so he calls them like thought. He calls it the harness. He calls it THOD 1. He has it in like numerical denominations. He has like THOD 1, THOD 2. Like he'll tweet out. He hasn't done this in a while. I don't follow him. This was back when I was like really on my Viper education deep dive. But he had like a tweet which was like starting THOD 4 today. Nothing scares me, not even death, but THOD 4 scares me.
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, I know. So how do I make more music than Viper? There's definitely more people, and I say people lightly, that have made music. More music than him, because there's those like algorithms that will make like a quote unquote song that is like 5 seconds of just notes, and the computer is just making thousands of them every day and uploading them to YouTube. And while I think that does technically count, it's not an admirable victory. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What's the most music a human could make? I mean, damn, yo. 2,000 albums as of 2020. That's like, goddamn. That's like so fucking frequent, and that's a low ball. That's like a Wikipedia low ball number, dude. Like, it's probably like more like 3,000 to be honest. How could I possibly make more music than him? I'd have to just perfect his system. You know what I mean? I would have to record a bunch of tracks, to spend like a couple months just recording a bunch of songs. And like sound bits and like ad libs, so maybe being like, yeah, and then just fucking, and then I would have to create what if I did like this? What if I created an algorithm to combine pieces of music that were recorded by me, and then those would be my music, and it would just slap them together in like infinite combinations, but it is things that I recorded.
No, that's a great idea. And to take that a step further, what you could do is you could just do like basic loops in kits, and you could have them, you could set the algorithm to where it would combine them, but where it would also invert some of them. And that would be like a unique sound. Like, okay, you got one drum kit, you got one bass line, you got 10 variations of those. That is 100 song possibilities, whatever. I'm not that great.
It's like that video. It's like that video of Steve Harvey talking about like how to like buy suits. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know, he's like, you got to buy gray pants, a cream suit, a blue suit, and then you can combine them into 700 different suits.
Life has no purpose, no meaning.
I do know the video you're talking about, and it honestly is some pretty sound advice. He's just like, here's like here's 5 neutral colors that have tops and bottoms, and they have like infinite mix match. And I'm like, you know what? He's totally right. So I'm gonna break Steve Harvey's suit combination record there.
It's not a record. Wait, no, let's go back. Let's finish my talking point though.
No, I am, and this is me finishing your talking point, or not finishing, but adding on to it with this idea. What Steve Harvey's not doing, what Viper's not doing, what you're not doing with just I'm gonna have an algorithm of different kits that combine things together. You're not inverting the loops or the tracks. Steve Harvey's not taking off that suit, turning the sleeves inside out, and then putting it back on. That's a new suit right there.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now you see what I'm getting at? You could have one song and then just reverse the song, have it backwards. That's the second song.
Double it.
Exactly.
Now, I like where your head's at, Matt. I think there might be a little upper management position for you around here with that.
Hell yeah.
That's some upper management thinking. Let's write a song right now. You want to help me write my song?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. We'll put a little track behind it, but just give me a topic and I'll sing about it real quick.
Pretzels.
Oh, I went to Auntie Anne's. It was filled with ants. And then I went home and inverted my pants. Boom. That's a song.
All right, bet. And we could just put some we can what do you want? Like, what's the vision with this song?
What's the fuck? Do you fuck with the vision? I don't know. It's kind of like a limerick. I'd love some Irish jig music behind that.
Okay. Do you want like Irish jig trap remix?
Irish jig.
We're definitely gonna be outsourcing.
Definitely.
We're gonna be outsourcing for this like 15-second audio clip.
No, we're not, dude. I guarantee you, if we go on YouTube right now and we look up Irish music trap remix, there will be something. You could literally.
That's a good world record to break. How many trap remixes can you make of existing music?
Of existing songs or of existing genres?
just songs. Go one by one.
We should have trap music. We should have trap remixes of things other than music. We should have like we need like a Dark Knight Rises trap remix.
There is Irish Celtic step. Celtic dubstep. I'm not going to, but it exists.
Dude, I love the idea of the trap remix for fucking like the boy in the striped pajamas.
Oh my god! Sophie's Choice trap remix. Sophie's Flip.
Precious trap remix.
Oh god!
The color purple.
Push by Sapphire trap remix. Jesus Christ!
Trapped in the closet.
Trap remix. that wouldn't be bad, honestly. That might Trapped in the Closet. I know R. Kelly's shitty and all that, but like,
he caught that fucking.
To put it lightly,
dude. Let's have a little.
Oh, of course he did. Yeah, of course. I mean,
celebrate
good times.
Come on.
Yeah. What's another good trap? Dude, you could trap remix.
Remix the birthday song. That's already been done.
That's got to be done. Animal Crossing trap remix.
Now that is definitely already been done.
What do you mean, like project housing for Animal Crossing?
What? No, I think you meant the music in it. I don't know. There is like hip hop music in that game that's like original. It's like KK.
Yeah, KK Slider stuff. Not even just trap remix. Like, what's that shitty, awful electro jazz swing nonsense?
Dude, electro swing? God,
techno swing? Yeah,
dude, techno awful. Swing? Okay, to anyone that likes techno swing, sorry, not sorry, but damn, that shit is fucking awful. That shit sucks. I liked it when I was like 6 years old, and God, it's so horrible.
For every good, like, 30-second stretch there is in a techno swing song, it's just like completely shrouded by like 5 minutes of horridness.
That's kind of the same thing that's true for our podcast. Okay, so that's how I would do it then. That's how I would do it. I would make the most music by making the most trap remixes. That's it. That's my record. Most trap remixes ever.
Okay. I feel that.
Which is a weirdly specific one, but fuck it.
Let me look up. I want to get into the athletic ones because there's got to be. We're not the most athletic people in the world, but I feel like we could break a couple of these.
I take Taekwondo. Okay, speak for yourself.
We're not the most athletic people in the world.
Okay, all right.
How is Taekwondo going though?
Oh, it's good. I'm up to the sparring belt, so I can fucking punch some fucking kids in the side of the head now.
Nice.
That's epic.
Nice.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm still not as high as I was when I was a kid in terms of belts, but
well, I think the standards back then were a little bit different, you know.
You're telling me when I was 7 years old, I didn't have to do as well as I do now to be worthy of a belt? Okay, yeah.
You could, that's the beauty of things like Taekwondo. You could translate that lesson to anything in life.
Yeah.
Things are not as easy as when I was 7.
Well, okay. Side note, you know, people will say like, "Oh yeah, I have a black belt in Taekwondo," but if they got it like in middle school, that shit does not fucking count. If you got that shit before you're like an adult, like I don't give a fuck unless you've kept it going. Like unless you're still
I got that
training. Like
I got that pre-fetal black belt, man. What you know about it?
There's like a little belt wrapped around the egg. You mean?
Around my dad's ball. Yeah.
Your dad's ball? Your one ball.
That's how I was. It took a whole ball to make me, son.
Okay, fair enough. But you know what I'm saying? Like when people are like, "Oh, you have a black belt, but I don't practice anymore." I got my black belt when I was like 12, so I'm pretty tough still. I'm like, "No, you're not. Bullshit."
No, not at all.
It does not count. Anyways.
My uncle is the toughest then because he got his black belt when he was like 40. See, it's more impressive the older that you are when you get your black belt. Like a 90-year-old just getting their black belt, deadly.
Deadly, but I don't know. I still feel like if I fought a 90-year-old with a black belt,
deathly,
I could just kill him with like
exactly.
I could just kill him with a single punch. Yeah, I read an article the other day about it called "Living with Guilt" about a guy who killed another man in a bar fight with one punch.
Damn.
Yeah. So, most elderly black belt people killed with one punch. That'll be my record. What were you looking at?
I'm looking up like crazy athletics. Okay, insane sports world records. There we go. Bleacher Report. Here we go.
What about like the highest just standing jump?
Ian, we're not going to break that.
I might. I'm really tall.
That doesn't mean you can jump higher.
Wait, what?
That just means you can't jump higher because you're taller.
Yes, you can. What are you talking about?
What's your vertical? That's what I'm talking about.
What is that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, it's relative. That shit's relative, bro.
It's relative to the ground, not to your bruh. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about I'm talking about feet leaving the ground. Somebody that's not as tall as you can have a higher distance off the ground from their feet than you.
Just say that sentence again and think about it. There's a person shorter than me can lift their feet up and be more away from the ground than I am. Okay, all right, bet.
Jumping, not just standing on their tippy toes.
Jumping. This is gonna.
Ian, I know there's people shorter than you that got more hops than you. Don't even try to debate this.
No, that's not. No, that's not.
So you can jump higher than anybody who is shorter.
I'm saying I can jump shorter than someone who's like 5'6".
But anybody who's 5'6" cannot jump as tall as you.
You were saying that there's no inherent advantage to how high you can jump when you're taller. That's what you're saying.
I'm talking specifically about you. This is a targeted attack.
No, you just said being taller doesn't make a difference, though. Which is the dumbest fucking thing you've ever said. The silliest, smoothest brain take. This is going in the Matt Lopez embarrassment folder for me.
Please stop. I know this folder is real. I know it exists.
I know
this isn't just something that you're saying on the podcast. I know you got a whole file on me. All right. Referee with most sports qualifications. I could totally beat this. It's qualified in 34 different sports. Boom. 35. Me. Done. What? Blind football? Soccer for the blind? He's a ref for soccer for the blind. Okay, never mind.
That's already 4 and you gave up. The real question is, are they double counting sports for the blind or whatever?
Yes, they are.
Well, that's bullshit. That's a bullshit record. Bullshit metric. It's still soccer. What's the difference?
Well, blind people's soccer is definitely going to be different than regular soccer to a degree.
Not by enough to be it warranting on the world record list, in my opinion.
Okay, blind soccer probably going to have more goals scored.
I disagree. Hardcore disagree.
You think defense is going to be at that same level with blind soccer that it would be with sight soccer?
You mean just soccer?
Yes.
No, I don't think.
No?
No, I don't think so.
I think the goalie is going to be a lot less efficient in blind soccer. And I don't think I'm wrong for thinking that.
I gotta say, being the goalie in blind soccer would just be awful, wouldn't it? It would just be so miserable.
Would being the goalie in blind soccer be the most sightful, the most seeing person, or the least seeing person?
The least, because at least when you're on the field, you can like hear where the ball's like going and stuff, and you can like kind of handle it yourself. The only thing you do as a goalie is attempt to stop balls where you have little to no idea where they're going. You know, and that's
so imagine not being able to see.
That's what I'm saying. I was talking about blind soccer.
Right, I am too. So do you think that the goalie can see better than the other people on the field, or worse?
In blind soccer?
Yes.
I think they all see about the same.
There's definitely degrees of blindness. Some people are more blind than others.
We're assuming someone is just blind. Okay, well what about blindfolded soccer? Everyone's blind, equally blind.
Blindfolded soccer would be just funny to watch.
I mean,
there's just something funny about blindfolds to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like a latent silent library-esque thing in my brain. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's something that we could break some records on. Silent library. Just do. Oh, that's a variable. Doing anything but quietly. Boom! You just have a new record. Yo,
That's a bullshit record too. What the fuck are you talking about? That's a shitty record.
Ian, you could break the song record right now. You just need to drop over 2,000 albums of like. You ever seen the movie? Yeah, you ever seen the movie Pootie Tang?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you remember the song that Pootie Tang drops? Here, I'll play it right here.
Wow.
Exactly. You remember that song? Yeah, actually, I'm motivated right now. I want to sing a little bit from it. Here, let me go.
If you haven't seen Pootie Tang, well, the joke is that when he sings, he does not make any noise, so the name of the song is literally... That sure is funny, Matt.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could just drop over 2,000 albums of that.
Of Pootie Tang dubs?
Of Pootie Tang-esque music. That could be its own genre.
I feel like we've established the music enough. I would love to see what other records we can get.
I mean, you could just do like regular records, but then just do them silently. I mean, you could do. Okay, all right. Let me. Okay, a lot of these athletic ones. Yeah, there's no way I'm breaking these. Okay, let's look at some food world records. You want to get your green thumb out, see if you can grow like a larger tomato than somebody else.
Ooh, definitely, dude. I would go straight up to Chernobyl and grow myself a big ass fucking fruit. I love that like older idea of like radiation where it makes things like wacky instead of just like giving you cancer, you know?
It makes things like large and distorted.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of does that to your body, I guess. Makes it
just from the end, on the inside, but not on the outside.
It just makes very small bits of your body distorted. But yeah, what's the biggest? Pick a fruit. What's the biggest? Or pick a thing. Pick something you could grow.
Largest. I'm gonna look up gourds. Largest gourd.
Man, fuck that. Just go largest pumpkin.
It's a great pumpkin in house.
God.
All right.
God damn, that's a big ass fucking pumpkin, dude. Holy shit.
I'm looking it up right now. Damn.
I know, right? She thick. Damn.
I feel like making a jack-o'-lantern out of this thing would just be like a desecration.
You'd have to make a jack-o'-lantern out of it and put like flamethrowers in it that blow flame out the eyes like 700 feet. It's well, no one else is seeing these pictures, so the pumpkin was 2,175 pounds.
Wow.
The person who grew it, Leonardo Urena,
Urine.
Leonardo Urea, says he talks to his plants to encourage them to grow. I go in the tent and I hug my pumpkin and say, "Okay, my little turtle, keep growing." Damn, this guy deserves it. This guy sounds fucking awesome.
Wait, when was that record set?
2019. No,
2021, nearly 3,000 pound. Is that the one that you're seeing?
Yeah. There's a dude with his fist up. It's crazy. I know.
All right. Oh, wait. I'm on the Guinness World Records Instagram. Here we go. What we got?
That's a good place to go. Well, no, let's come up. Fuck that. Let's come up with our own record. Come up with a record. DIY.
Okay.
What's a record that you think you could beat? What about like one of those ones where it's like you have to eat a car?
Oh man. What type of car? What type of car are we talking about?
What do you mean? Like probably like a sedan. And it's not gonna be like a fucking F-150. Yeah, a sedan.
Has anyone ever eaten a car?
Yeah, like a bunch of guys.
What? Okay. Has anyone eaten a car? I'm doing that thing where I'm assuming that I'm right before I look up something. Has anyone eaten a car? Has anyone eaten car?
Are you asking me or are you looking this up?
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
I tried to click on this at classclownacademy.com and my
I'm also
warning
on that website.
Warning, potential security risk ahead.
Class Clown Academy.
I clicked on it and it was my internet said, please don't do this. Okay, there's a guy who ate an airplane piece by piece. Yeah, there we go.
Leon Sampson. He won a
wow.
He ate a car. He didn't eat the battery or the oil, but everything else went into his stomach. After 4 years, the car was eaten and he was $20,000 richer.
Wow.
$20,000? What the fuck?
How does that work? How do you get money for eating a car?
Probably because Toyota sponsored him or something, you know?
Imagine investing in that.
Investing. I don't know if it's an investment. Dude, okay.
Listen, the only return that we're going to get on this is that we keep the money because this guy dies.
This guy dies of fucking lead poisoning. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. Am I crazy or is 20,000 a bit of a low ball for the prize for eating your car? $20,000? It should be a little more than that, I think. It needs to be
I agree.
It needs to be at least like $50,000 or $100,000 for eating a car. That's like a superhero. That's like an actual superhero thing. But I'm saying you could do it faster than 4 years. 4 years? Come on. You could make a car disappear faster than that.
I don't know. I'm scared.
How would you do it?
How would I do it? I mean, I would have to take the car apart.
Well, yeah, no shit.
I can't just eat it, you know, bumper to bumper.
like
yeah, I can't go snout to tail on a car. Like I gotta
snout to tail. This sucks.
I gotta really take it apart. What part am I eating first?
Stem to stern on a Ford.
I think I'm gonna have to start with the windows. Just get the glass out of the way.
Okay, so break the glass. What do you do with it?
Okay, so then, I'm gonna take all the glass fragments and then I'm gonna hammer them out so they're like microscopic bits, and then I might blend them up further from there and just drink a great glass smoothie. And that might be my strategy on the windows. Now, on the
you should get more. Let's say this: you have to eat the car, but you have to make a dish for each like part.
Okay, glass smoothie. We're gonna go with that. Glass puree. We're gonna go with a glass. I'm gonna get a nice saute. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a glass. I'm gonna puree the glass, and then I'm gonna heat a sheet pan up, right? And I'm gonna put some oils down with some spices, maybe, or maybe even some like binding agents. Nah. Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
Maybe some wind washer fluid in there.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like some it's gonna be like some shatter. Like, you know, I'm going to put it in the oven. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the oven and I'm going to take it out and I'm going to crack it and it's going to be shattered. Kind of like when you're making like
meth.
Like chocolate bark. Yeah, or meth. Yeah. Like if you're making like a chocolate bark or if you're making that glassy kind of, you know, caramel shit that you get at super fine dining restaurants, I think. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I've seen it before on the Food Network. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I'm handling the glass. Tires, piece of cake. Piece of cake on the tires. I'm stretching them out. I'm slashing them. I'm stretching them out. No. I'm rolling them out. I'm gonna get them really, really flat. I'm gonna get them really, really flat.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna slice vertically, right? So we got these long tire strips. Yeah. I'm gonna hit it with a bunch of sugar. I'm gonna cook it down. I'm gonna cook it down until it's like a paste almost.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe not like a paste.
You're
Okay.
gonna cut them into like little gummy strips or something. Like put sugar.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them down into strips, and then I'm gonna cook them down until it's like the consistency of like taffy,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna eat the tires like Laffy Taffy pieces,
Tire
like
taffy.
Laffy Taffy pieces. Yeah, tire taffy. Okay, what about the wheels? Well, good question.
The rims themselves, you mean?
The rims themselves, yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do for the rims.
You only have to do like 2 more of these. So I'm not gonna make you do it. We can't do this for the whole car, but
The rims is tough.
can you do
I might just
describe the rims dish as like in your best Gordon Ramsay impression? Right. So basically, we're going to have a delicious car today.
Yeah. Right. We have this delicious car today, and we're going to take the rims and we're going to cook it down until it's sounding like Arnold. We're going to cook it down. We're going to cook down the rim.
Arnold from what? What Arnold are you? What?
From Kindergarten Cop.
What? Yeah. Okay. Why would I know? Okay. Anyways, your first name bassist Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who else am I talking about with that type of? If I talk like this, how he talks.
The way Gordon Ramsay goes is he likes to stop and start again when he's talking about delicious foods. Fuck me.
Talk about cars, eating tires. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like shutting my brain off as I try to do the impression because I'm mortified to hear myself try it.
Please keep going. I love it. Please keep going.
In the voice?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So we're gonna remove these nuts and bolts from the tire rim. The clunky.
Swear a little more.
Fuck, they get in the fucking way when you're trying to take apart the tire. When you're trying to take apart the rim, you gotta get these little nice nuts and bolts. Don't worry, we're gonna save them for later. They're too much time. They get in the fucking way. All right. So shit, where was I at? Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the tire and we're going to take each hole and we're gonna carve out a line from each there. So we have these nice triangles. Okay, we have these nice slices, kind of like a pie, right? You've eaten a fucking pie before. You've been to grandmother's house. She left it on the windows she left it on the windowsill for you. You smelled it from the car and you levitated. You levitated into the house to the pie by the window. Stopped the robber from stealing the pie by the window, putting it in his knapsack and running and jumping over the fence and up the hills and along his merry way. Right. So
basically we're making a hubcap pie.
Hubcap. You're gonna put it in the oven, right?
That's
you're gonna
100 degrees.
You need a You're gonna preheat the oven. However hot that it says that your oven goes. I have here an extra can of propane. We're gonna hook that up for extra heat to the oven. Might burn your house down attempting this, but the deliciousness that you get from the hubcap pie will make it all worth it. Jeez. Okay. So the nuts and bolts.
I think you're good. You're off the leash. You're off the hook there.
All right. I was gonna go further talking about like how he was gonna like toss them in like a flour and deep fry the nuts and bolts, so it would be like a nice like fried like appetizer.
A nice fried nuts and bolts appetizer.
Hit it with like
it's delicious. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hit it with like an oil glaze.
Oh, he's gonna hit it with a glaze, all right.
Get it with a.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? Yeah, that's I guess how I would eat a car. Jesus, that's a good world record.
Yeah. You know what the world record I'm gonna set is?
What?
Check this out. Most moms kissed in a day.
In one day.
Thank you for listening to the latest episode of
theoretically speaking. We've got more coming, so be sure to follow us on whatever platform you're listening on, and we hope that you have a chance to hear from us soon.
Fuck me! How about fuck you?